about the West Conference Finals. So, first conference final series starts tomorrow. In OKC. Of course, the Thunder had the number one record in the NBA, so they'll be hosting this one. Very, very short break for them coming off of game 7 last night. The Wolves been off for a couple days now. I think they got rid of the Warriors like on Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday or Tuesday. So it'll be almost a week since the last time they played. I don't know if the rust is going to have anything to do with it, but this is on paper, it should be a really, really entertaining matchup. I think that two very bright young stars here. These two have had very high scoring games this year. We even had that incident, well, not incident, but that situation where Coach Finch went up there and said, "Yo, I hate playing OKC because they don't let you actually guard shit." He said, "You put a hand on it, it's going to be a foul. It makes it very irritating." So you're going to have that going on right there. It was a big storyline. And you got something where, the Wolves who were in the Western Conference Finals last year, they remember getting straight up watched by Luka and the Mavericks last year. So maybe they'll learn a little bit more than they did last year. We know the Thunder obviously learned from the mistakes they made in the second round last year. Both these teams losing to the Mavericks. So you're going to have that. I think to me, the reason why I prefer OKC in this series, I think defensively, they're just a better team defensively than what we've seen from Minnesota. I really love the way they guarded Joker in the last round. I feel like he never really got into a rhythm. Of course, he had some big games, but even when he had big games, they were able to shut down the others, and to the point where it didn't really matter what he was doing because it was really just him or maybe even Aaron Gordon having a good game, but shutting everybody else down. So, Pav, you were talking about who can create their own shot consistently. That's going to be a big factor. I think this is going to be a series where Rudy Gobert is going to be in foul trouble a lot. Can Julius stay consistent against a better defense than he has in the past? I mean, he's played well, but the Lakers don't have the best defense. And to be quite frank, the Warriors front court is kind of watched right now. So you got that. It's going to be a little different for him. I'm going to take the OKC Thunder in 6. I really, really want Minnesota to win this series. I'll be rooting for Minnesota to win this series. But I just think defensively, they're just going to be too much for me. And I trust the OKC others more than I trust Minnesota's others right now. But I do believe that this is something where I want to see Ant play a complete series. I don't think he's done that yet. Like, he's had some really good games in the first 2 rounds, but I haven't seen a consistent series front to back. And he's going to have to do that. He can't do the stuff he was doing in the first 2 rounds. I think he's going to win this series. Because even though they won, I personally didn't like how they played in the second round. I feel like they should have been a lot better without stepping in that lineup. I know you disagree on that, but I got Thunder in 6. But it wouldn't shock me if it goes 7, but I got Thunder in 6. Pam, how you got this West Conference Finals going?
Well, I'm with you. I got Thunder in 6. I think the Thunder have been the best team in the league all season. I think that Ant's probably gonna have another tough time considering the Thunder's backcourt defense is probably their strength of their team. I think that the wing defense, just because of the size of their team, I think Randall. It's another series where I think Randall, if Randall can have his way, I think it could be a longer, more interesting series. But yeah, I'm going Thunder. I think, like I said, I think they've been the best team all year. I think the Timberwolves, when I look at how many playable guys they have, 7, maybe. Nas Reed. When I like after you get past their first 5, you got Nas Reed, you got Alexander Walker, and Dante. It's probably so they have 7 playable guys. I think the Thunder have 10. 9, 10. And I think that even Jokic said today, like, seem like the teams that have the bigger rotations are the teams that are winning, just because, and they play fast. So I think the Thunder have a way to be able to tire you out. So yeah, I'm going Thunder in 6. I'm going up Thunder in 6. They've been the best team all year, and they really showed me a lot against Denver. Like, I think it was game 4 when the Nuggets went on that run in the third, and I was like, oh yeah, they're gonna be down 3-1, and they found a way to win that game and even the series up. So they showed me a lot. I feel like they really, really grew up in that series. So I'm going to Thunder.
Yeah, this last series was definitely the grow up series to me. Like, a lot of the mistakes they made against Dallas last year, they didn't make it this time. And I really love how they handled game 7. Like, there was never a point in there outside like the first 5 minutes where where the Thunder, not Thunder, but the Nuggets took like a 10, 12-point lead. And the way they bounced back from that to making this game pretty much over at halftime, that was really, really growth right there. Bang, how you see this series going?
OKC in 7. I think it's gonna go 7. The dogs are gonna keep the Wolves in this series. I think same thing with the Lakers series. Um, they have dogs all across the court. They're gonna play harder. They're gonna get their play hard on, but ultimately they're gonna run out of gas. I got OKC in 7.
Tulsa, I know you said you want to see the Timberwolves in like we all do, but do you like their chances in this series?
Just thinking about like just again what Pat was saying about the depth on the Thunder. It's just they got. I think they'll probably overwhelm. We've seen the Timberwolves stumble against teams they should have put away, but it really is just down to Ant. Like what is he gonna do? Is he gonna really show up or not? But one of the cool things about this is that Shea's playing against his cousin. Nikhil's his cousin, so so he's playing against his cousin. So there's that as well. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting series because I really want to say the Timberwolves gonna win, but then I just think about it like the Thunder just got random players that show up all the time. And by the way, Luke Dort should be a free safety. That man should not be playing basketball. He should be somewhere knocking somebody's head off. He's not a basketball player at all.
Also, the Timberwolves turn the ball over too much.
Yes, they
you
do.
can't do that against OKC. You can't do that against OKC. And OKC number one in general forces a bunch of turnovers in general. And the Timberwolves, shit. I mean, we could even go back to the Memphis Timberwolves series a few years ago when
one of the worst
Wolves,
series I've ever seen in my
bro,
life.
when like they lost 2 20-point leads in the same game. I've never seen that happen. So they turn the ball over. Like you absolutely positively cannot turn the ball over against this Thunder team. If they turn the ball over, we looking at 5 games.
Yeah, it definitely is. And it just kind of feels like, you feel like a team when it feels like, oh, it's just their time. Feels like it's just OKC's time. And I really think the Celtics, I don't want to call them a cautionary tale because they did win the championship last year, but it also shows just how quickly things can change. So if I'm a Celtic fan right now, I'm thinking, thank God we won last year. That would be the number one thing going in my head. So if you're OKC, you didn't get a ring during the Russ and KD era, here's your opportunity right here. And this is the most open it's probably going to be. So that's why I think that. Catch, I'm Not Gonna Hold You, hosted by Scott Lewis every Monday and Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, only on HMB Media and the Barbershop Network.